Hey guys, we're going to be trying on a whole bunch of new luxury makeup today, most notably the Lisa Eldridge Liquid Silk Liquid Eyeshadows. She came out with 4 new colors, I think. I'll have to double check on that. But she sent over 2 of the shades to me, so a big thank you to her. Paige and Sylvia are the 2 shades that I have. And then we also got in, can you guys see that? This huge box from Natasha Denona of her new high glosses, some new lip liners, shade extension for her high blushes, the cream to powder blush duos. She's added 2 new shades to that, so we're going to be trying that out. And this is something I've been meaning to try. This came out, I mean, it's still relatively new, but gosh, maybe a couple of months ago, but this is the Suqqu Skincare Cream Tint, and I have shades 10 and 15, and I had such good luck, as you guys know, with their Creamy Cover Concealer. That just like blew my mind away, and I actually got the concealer at the same time that I got the skin tint, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try the skin tint. So we're doing that today. I'm gonna do it. And these are also like newish, probably a little bit older, even older than the Suqqu, but these are the new like loose powders from Sisley. And so I tried shade number 1, which is like shimmery. And I just wanted to see like what their like basic powders were. So I got translucent and rosy. So we've got those to try. And I think that pretty much covers at least most of my face. But anyway, let's get into this. Hello friends, I'm sitting here editing this video and I wanted to pop in here because I wanted to let you know that the affiliate platform that I use, it's called ShopMy, and that's what I use to like link my favorite products. It's what I use primarily. There's a few platforms, but primarily I've been using ShopMy, and you'll see my links down below in my description box. Well, they just came out with an app that you guys can use. You can follow me. It's very, very easy to navigate. You can follow me and you can find all the things that I've linked down there if you're curious. And of course, I'm sure most of your favorite creators are on this platform as well. So you can create like groups and stuff. I believe they're called circles. You can deem people like your favorites and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna leave a link down below in my description box if you're interested in downloading this app. Okay, now back to the video. I'm dying to try this new Suqqu Skincare Cream Tint. Let's try number 15 first. 10 feels very, very pale to me. But here is the tube packaging. Too bad I can't like take a peek inside to see. We've got SPF 30. It is a foundation plus a moisturizing cream. I mean, music to my ears. I have very, very dry skin, so I am very excited for this. And this little tube is 40 grams. And Suqqu, if you guys are unfamiliar, is a Japanese brand, and they're not actually sold directly to the US, but you can order from places like Harrods and Selfridges. You can order. That's where I usually get my Suqqu. But one of these days, I would love for Suqqu to be available directly in the US. But let me go ahead and squeeze a little bit of this out. Oh, this 15 actually looks, I don't want to say deep. That would definitely be an exaggeration, but it definitely looks a little bit warm and peachy. Let me try number 10. Let's see what that looks like. Here is 10. You know, 10 I think actually may be better. It has a more neutral tone to it. This has a little bit of a warmer tone to it, number 15. Can you see that peachiness? So maybe I'll start with 10. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Okay, I've got my BK Beauty 101 brush. I'm just picking up a little bit of this number 10 shade. And that actually is looking maybe a little bit too pale. Okay, I'm actually gonna go in. Gonna go in with 15. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that. I think it'd be really funny if I'm like right in between the two. Let's see, I'm gonna put 15 on this side. Oh yeah, I think 15 is much better. It's much better. This ends up looking a little, it's just too white. It looks like a little chalky on my skin. So if you use me as shade reference, that's the one I would go with. So I'm actually on the Selfridges site because I wanted to see if there was another shade. There's actually only 6 shades in this, and it goes from 10 to 15. So 10 and 15 are the 2 lightest shades in the line. And then it goes to 25, 40, 50, and 65. 50 and 65 are the deepest. And there's actually only a few left of 50 and 65. So if you have a deeper skin tone than me, you may want to check it out if you're interested, because so far this is looking gorgeous. on the skin. It has a really subtle pearly finish. Ooh, that's so nice. What kind of a sunscreen is this? Let me see. Okay, I'm actually using Google Translate to try and translate what is on the box. Oh, titanium dioxide is the third ingredient. Yeah, so I do think there is definitely mineral sunscreen in here. If anything, it could be like a mixture. I don't see any of the other, at least the ones that I'm familiar with, the other chemical sunscreens. So yeah, I think this is a mineral sunscreen. My suspicions were correct. But yeah, I do love the finish though. Really, really slight, smooth, kind of pearly sheen. Very pretty. All right, let me continue applying shade number 15. All right, there it is applied all over. I'm gonna take a close look in my magnifying mirror here, which is always so, so jarring. I see some brush strokes. Let's work those out. I have to say, it looks pretty flawless. Around my eyes, on my cheeks, like even in my larger pores here, it doesn't look like it's like sinking into my pores. Yeah, it looks great. The tip of my nose looks great. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's so exciting. Oh, I love it so much. All right, so that is the Suqqu Skincare Cream Tint, SPF 30. Let me go ahead and actually put on the Suqqu Creamy Cover Concealer. And I've been using shade N03, and this concealer is just so phenomenal. Really, really flawless. Oh, what I do want to say about this skincare cream tint is I think you may be pleasantly surprised at the coverage. I thought it was going to be super sheer, really, really light. I don't think so. I think it's like a light medium. And I was actually reminded to mention that to you because I went to put concealer around my nose and a lot of the redness is already kind of evened out just from that skin tint. So I think, yeah, I think it has more than what you think, at least by what the name suggests. All right, now I've got these Sisley loose powders. I'm really curious about Rosy because I want to apply this loose powder specifically around my eye area. And I do like a rosy tinted, like loose powder, pressed powder, just to kind of keep that area bright. So here's the packaging. I have tried number 1 for you, that shimmery tone. And that powder was very nice. It was not like my all-time favorite. You guys know how much I love the Koh Gen-Do Natural Lighting Powder, the Kosas, is it the Cloud Set Loose Powder? I love those. The Sisley, I liked a lot, but it wasn't like one of my all-time favorites. So I am curious about this Rosy because the finish is gonna be quite different. I think it's gonna be a bit more matte and yeah, and not have that little shimmeriness to it. I don't think it's worth, no, I was gonna try and swatch this for you. It's not worth it, you can't see it. I'm gonna grab a Refer number 33 brush. It's like a flat shader brush. This would actually be good for concealer as well. But I'm gonna pick up some of the powder and just focus this under my eyes. I wanna see if it makes my under eyes look wrinkly and aged. It's okay. I mean, I don't think it's doing any favors for my under eyes. Is it making it look worse? I don't think it's making them look worse, but I do like those powders that do a little bit of blurring, make sure under eyes like look filtered. I don't really get that with this powder. This powder is it's just my skin with powder on top. I do wonder if it's going to start to look a little bit more dry though as the day goes on. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I kind of feel the same about this powder as I do with the shimmery. It's fine, but it's nothing, I don't know, it's nothing special. Like I said, that Koh Gen-Do Natural Lighting Powder, I'm having a really hard time finding anything that comes close. You know what? I would imagine this would work a lot better for someone with normal to oily skin, for sure. All right. Now let's try the new high blushes from Natasha Denona. So Nude Muse and Lush Lila are the 2 new shades. This Lush Lila, look at this beautiful like orchid purple color. My God, it's so gorgeous. So I'm gonna swatch both of these for you. Here is Nude Muse. And Nude Muse actually looks like one of the existing shades, so I'm actually going to dig through what I have of the high blushes and see if it's similar at all to anything I have. I know I had all of the blushes at one point, but I did declutter them because I just wasn't using all of the shades. But here is Lush Lila, and there's Nude Muse. I think if anything, the Nude Muse maybe looks similar in the pan, but everything in her original release is more pink versus peach. Okay, so I kept Sweet Cheeks. That obviously is not similar at all. And again, very pink in comparison to Nude Muse. Here is Fresh Mauve. This is probably the one that I use the most. I think this is the one I was thinking of. So let me swatch this next to the new Nude Muse. So here's Fresh Mauve. You can see the highlighter is much deeper. Actually, both shades are much deeper than Nude Muse. Yeah, and these just have a little bit more like red to them than these. And then the other one I kept was Simply Shy. So here's Simply Shy, and here is Nude Muse. Again, you can see how pink it is compared to this one. So yeah, I think Fresh Mauve probably looks the most similar, but you can see they're quite a bit different. Okay, I'm excited to try on Nude Muse. So I have like a little travel size of this Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush. It is actually considerably smaller than the real one, you can see. Anyway, this smaller size makes it perfect for like blush and contour. So I'm gonna go into the blush side. And I'm just gonna pounce and then blend. Pretty. Don't mind this spot. I have this one spot on my cheek that just doesn't take pigment as well as the rest of my skin. And I've tried all your suggestions. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I've like shaved that spot. I've spoken to like my dermatologist about that spot. It's nothing. It's just my skin. All right. That's the blush. Really very, very pretty. Very pretty. I don't know that I would call this a nude necessarily. This to me is very peachy. It's a very peachy blush. And I do like applying this actually with my fingers more than that brush. I kind of like tapping it in like this. That seems to work the best. I'm going to do the same thing with the highlighter. Just tap that on. This is a beautiful tone for a highlighter. It's not super duper bright. It's a little bit more subtle than that, which I love. It just makes your skin look a little juicy. Okay, so that is Nude Muse. Let's try Lush Lila. Let me go into this blush side, and I am just going to use my finger, and I'm going to tap. Admittedly, this is not a blush tone or color that I would use often, but it is really pretty. And I think if you are looking for something like this, if you like really purple toned eyeshadows or like orchid purple lips or whatever, what a beautiful compliment this would be. All right, there is the Lush Lila blush. So pretty. It's really bright, which I like because I always fear like blush colors this tone can sometimes look like a bruise, which is not great. So I like that it's really bright. There's a lot of pink in there. Very pretty. Very pretty. Okay, let me apply this highlighter. This highlighter is very pigmented. This is almost what I would consider like a blush topper. It doesn't really like sheer out enough. Yeah, there's enough pink in here where I look like flushed versus bruised, which is great. All right, Nude Muse, Lush Lila. I'm just gonna throw on some of my Dior Onset Brow Gel in black. And back to the brow gels. I was using pencils for a little while there. I guess I'm lazy again. Brow gels are just so much faster. Let's take a look at these Lisa Eldridge Liquid Silk Liquid Eyeshadows. So these are the two shades that she sent. They're actually fairly close. These are both new. So let me do a swatch of these. Oh, They're beautiful nude colors though. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here is Paige and here is Sylvia, the deeper one. They're so perfectly like neutral, slightly cool toned. There's like just the slightest hint of gray in there. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, so it says on Lisa Eldridge's site, it's best not to apply these liquid eyeshadows over moisturizers, oils, or greasy eye creams, as this may compromise the setting, smoothing, and staying power of the formula. You can use an eye primer underneath, but it's not essential to achieve like the soft focus, like matte finish of the liquid silk. So I have all my skincare down and then I put the foundation down and I only really put powder like underneath my eyes, not on my eyelids. So I don't really have an eye primer. So I'm wondering if I should put some powder down. Maybe I'll put some powder, just a little bit of powder down, just so it's not so emollient on my lids, and just brush it over my lids. Let's see how that feels. Oh, that feels a lot better. I don't want it to be too powdery either. I think that's okay. That's okay, but they feel a lot less tacky, so I think that's good. All right, let's go in with Paige, which is the lighter one. And these are incredibly pigmented. So she does suggest to start with 2 swipes or 2 dots applied with the applicator and then blend it out immediately with either your fingers or a brush for an even wash of color. So these do set down. I will do one eye at a time and you can always add. So I do like to start slowly, softly. And then I'm gonna take my finger. This is like my skin color, but I'm gonna try and add just a little bit more pigment so you can see like the brightness of it. You know, if you use your finger too, which you wouldn't be able to do with a brush because you wouldn't be able to feel it, you'll start to feel these get just a little bit tacky as it's setting down. And you know that you're pretty much done with the blending, with the blending portion of the application of these. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit more. This is really pretty. I'm not sure if it's even coming across on camera, like the slightest bit of a tone difference. So I am getting like a little bit of dimension there with the shadow. It's really pretty. It's so subtle, so subtle because this is very close to my skin tone. But let's go ahead and try this Sylvia, which is a little bit deeper. And I'll just add a little bit to the outer corner there. Use my finger. And blend. Look at that. What a pretty soft color. It's such a good look with this like après-ski sweater I have on. It's so good. It's like the same kind of like, it's like the same kind of like beiges in there. Add a little bit more. And this is also a good place to start. You know, if you just want to lay down a really basic eye look and then maybe put in like a graphic eyeliner, you can do that, or you can just put in like one sort of like iridescent powdery eyeshadow over this. I think that would be really nice. But this is beautiful if you want just a really simple, neutral, sophisticated, chic kind of eye look, like really, really kind of clean. That is Paige and Sylvia. Let me do the same thing over on this side. Oop. Way too much. And then a little bit of the Sylvia. If you're still loving that like clean girl aesthetic, this is it. This is it. If you have a skin tone close to mine, these 2 shades are all you need. All you need. All right. All right, Paige and Sylvia on the lids. I love it. I love it. You guys know I love like a really clean, simple eye look. It's gorgeous. Okay, let me just curl my eyelashes, throw on some mascara. I am loving that Suqqu eyelash base. Throw on the 3D eyelash mascara from Suqqu. Okay, and now we are ready to try on these new high glosses from Natasha Denona. They're a hybrid tinted gloss bomb. I have already tried one shade on. I love the texture. It's like between like a lip serum and a lip oil. It's not sticky at all. It's not too oily. It's not like too loose. It's really, really wonderful. I cannot wait to try all of these shades. So here are the 7 new shades. Infused with active ingredients, raspberry plant cells, immediate and long-term hydration, hyaluronic acid, and ceramide production. And there's also white tea rose cells, smooths the lips, strengthens collagen, and elastins enzymes. And then she's also done a shade extension for the I Need a Nude Lip Crayon. So we've got 2 new ones, Cherry Blossom and Cherry Cola. These 2 up here. Okay, here's some swatches for you. So I swatched the glosses and then the associated lip liner right underneath. So the first gloss here is Cherry Blossom with the Cherry Blossom lip liner. Then we have the Lush Lila gloss with the Gaia lip liner. Next we have Berry Pop with the Renee lip liner. Then we have Fresh Mauve with the Emily lip liner. Then we have the Clio gloss with the Clio lip liner. And then we have Spicy Caramel with the Naya lip liner. And then we have the Cherry Cola gloss with the Cherry Cola lip liner. All right, let me get to swatching on my lips. So I'm going to start with the Cherry Blossom. And this is one of the new lip liners. Very pretty. This is almost like a My Lips But Better kind of shade. And I do really like the Natasha Denona lip liners. They're very creamy, but they're really long lasting. So they do set down, but applying them, they just like, they like glide right on. Really nice. Okay, there's a Cherry Blossom High Gloss. Now, I will say they have a little bit of a strange odor. So they do have that vanilla birthday cake scent, but there is, it's like the longer it lingers, there is like a kind of an odd synthetic scent that kind of comes through. I don't really smell it now that it's on my lips, but when I'm applying it, maybe it's just on the wand. I don't know, it's very strange. Anyway, once I get it on my lips, it's fine. I don't smell it. Okay, anyway, that is Cherry Blossom. All right, next we've got the Gaia lip liner. There is the lip liner. I'm gonna go in with Lush Lila. That's an interesting pairing. And I'm saying pairing because that's how they sent it to me in the PR box. They were like lined up in the box, like which gloss you should wear with which liner. I mean, I think this is fine, but this gloss is fairly light, very cool toned, and this lip liner is a little bit warmer and deeper. I don't know that I personally would pair this liner with this gloss, but that's what Gaia looks like with the Lush Lila. All right, next I'm gonna try the Renee lip liner. Wow, that's deeper than I thought. And these lip liners, they do set down. I feel like if you want to smudge them, you should do like top lip first, smudge, and then go in to the bottom lip, because I don't think I can smudge that out anymore. Okay, that's fine. Let me go in with Berry Pop. Yeah, they all have that strange scent. Okay, there's Berry Pop and Renee. I feel like this is a good match, but I really needed to like smudge out that lip liner. It's a little bit too obvious. I have a little bit of like a ring around the lips situation, which no one likes. No one likes that. But this is such a pretty bright shade. And I really do like the texture of these. And see, there's no like stickiness. There's no like stringiness or anything like that. They just feel really good on the lips. All right, next I've got Emily. So there's Emily, and I'm gonna try the Fresh Mauve gloss. Did I even show you the packaging? I don't think I did, I apologize. But it's so pretty. I love, love, love this packaging. It looks like there's like a plastic outer case to it. It's really neat. There's Emily and Fresh Mauve. Next, let's try Cleo. If you're into a nude lip like I am, this is gonna be your favorite. There's the Cleo lip liner, and now for the Cleo gloss. Okay, Cleo liner, Cleo gloss. Okay, let's try the Naya lip liner. Okay, there is the Naya lip liner all by itself. Wonderful look. Let's put on the spicy caramel. Spicy caramel? Yeah, spicy caramel lip gloss. Out of all the shades, this one is the warmest. So if you like lip products with like, you know, like a little bit of like a rust tinge to them, you'll really like this spicy caramel. So there's Naya and spicy caramel. My goodness, just in time because my lips are starting to retaliate against all this swatching. But we've got the last one here, the new Cherry Cola. These lip liners are so serious. Look, I can barely smudge it. They set down really quickly, really quickly. Okay, Cherry Cola lip liner. Let's put on the gloss. All right, I've come to the conclusion that these lip glosses, sorry, I'm gonna take this off because I think it looks terrible. I'm gonna try the Cherry Cola gloss just by itself. A lot of these lip liners, they're great. I think they're gorgeous, but I don't know that I would necessarily pair them with these glosses because I think they're too deep and too dark. And while I think the formula is great to pair with a gloss, because you know, gloss, because of its consistency, can kind of like eat away basically at a lip liner and kind of, you know, make them fade. But these glosses, they're glosses, so they're not super pigmented. And then the liner is just it's too deep. And usually you have time to kind of like smudge them out so you can get like kind of a nice ombre. These lip liners don't allow you to do that. So I like the lip liners, but maybe not with the glosses necessarily. So I'm going to try the Cherry Cola just by itself here. All right, there is Cherry Cola by itself. Much better. Much better. Okay, so I love these high glosses. I love the shades. I love this formula. Like I keep saying, it just feels so good. They're not sticky, they're not stringy, they're not too thick, they're not too thin. Just a really, really good formula. And I'm so happy because they kind of remind me, I mean, maybe a little bit of the old Dior Lip Glow oils, the ones that they just recently reformulated, and I don't like the new reformulation, at least the two shades that I tried. This is a really nice like stand-in for the older version. So anyway, I really, really like these. The lip liners, wonderful. If you need a lip liner that's not gonna budge, it's not going anywhere, these are definitely for you. Again, I'm not exactly sure that I would wear them together with the gloss. It's almost like these are just way too serious, like way too serious for a gloss. Like these are great to match with a lipstick for sure. The high blushes, really beautiful. This hasn't faded. My skin isn't like eating it alive. Awesome, I love that. I love this Nude Muse. The Lush Lila is very pretty. I just don't think this is gonna be a shade that I wear very often, but if you're looking for like an orchid purple, perfect. I love these Lisa Eldridge liquid silk liquid eyeshadows. I just love it. For just like a really clean, simple, chic eye look, I think these are just perfect for that. I think they're easy to use. There may be a little bit of a learning curve if you're not used to using like liquid eyeshadows, but I really, really like them. And these have like a nice, like velvety matte finish. So, you know, again, something that I don't normally gravitate towards, but I love these. I love them. I just think they look so elegant. What else did I try? Oh, the Suqqu, the skincare cream tint. So far, I think it looks still pretty good on my face, but you know what? I am going to be wearing this makeup all day today. Sorry, I had to think about what I was doing. I'm going to be wearing this makeup all day today, so I will leave a pinned comment just letting you know how it wore, because sometimes when I use like a base product that has mineral sunscreen in it, what I find is the like foundation or tint, whatever it is, kind of fades away, and then you're left with this kind of like powdery to it. That's like the sunscreen kind of being left behind. So I'm curious if that's what's going to happen with this skin tint. So I'll definitely let you know. I'll leave a pinned comment. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're watching me on mobile and you're able to, I would love it if you would hype this video and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one.